Android 12 is the 12th major release and 19th version of Android, the mobile operating system developed by the Open Handset Alliance led by Google. 14. The first beta was released on May 18, 2021. Android 12 was released publicly on October 4, 2021 through Android Open Source Project (OSP) and was released to supported Google Pixel devices on October 19, 2021. Software is a big part of why OnePlus devices are considered the best Android phones. OnePlus has turned Oxygen OS into one of the best software interfaces around, delivering a clean layout with plenty of customizability and timely updates. There's a new dimension to that narrative in 2021. OnePlus is now using Color OS as the foundation for Oxygen OS in a bid to streamline resources between the two entities, and that means there are changes afoot. We got an early look at the integration with Oxygen OS 11.3 on the Nord 2, and with the stable Oxygen OS 12 build based on Android 12 now rolling out, we are getting a clearer picture of what this merger has to offer. The Oxygen OS 12 stable release is now making its way to the OnePlus 9 and 9 Pro, and should be making its way to other devices in the coming months. As I revealed earlier in the year, Oxygen OS 12 gets a lot of features from Color OS, a new UI that makes it a bit more modern, and updates to fan favorites like work-life balance and Zen mode. The first Oxygen OS 12 public beta for the OnePlus 9 and 9 Pro went live on October 4, and after 2 months of testing, the stable build is now starting to make its way to these devices. On December 7, OnePlus announced it is delivering the stable Oxygen OS 12 build to the OnePlus 9 and 9 Pro, and as always, it is rolled out in phases. Canvas 2.0 adds a variety of brushes and colors of lines, and you can now erase excess lines as you like. Try it out to create your exclusive always-on display patterns. Path, settings, personalizations. Canvas Oxygen OS 12 is getting a subtle design refresh that makes it look more modern. There's less information density in the menus and other elements, and you'll find bolder text throughout the interface that makes it easier to read. The icons have also received a refresh and are based on neumorphism with subtle shadows and gradients. The UI changes are consistent across various languages, making it more inclusive to global users, and the interface feels polished. The Canvas AOD style is also getting an update with new brush strokes and color adjustments. As for the aesthetic itself, Oxygen OS 12 doesn't use Google's new Material You design, instead retaining the design language from Color OS. Oxygen OS mainstays like accent color customization and off-screen gestures are intact, and the Color OS additions should make the UI that much more customizable. The settings page is getting a category reshuffle that makes it more straightforward to find connectivity options, and some of these changes went live in Oxygen OS 11.3. The switch to Color OS means you'll need to set up a 6-digit passcode, instead of the usual 4-digit PIN, before you can configure biometric authentication. Oxygen OS 12 picks up a lot of features that have been ported over from Color OS. First up is customizable dark mode that lets you adjust between 3 levels: gentle, medium, and enhanced. We saw this last year with Color OS 11, and the gradients as well as the labels are now carried over to Oxygen OS 12. With customizable dark mode, you can switch between light and dark gray or a black scheme, and it works just as well as Color OS. Dark mode offers 3 styles for your phone, with each one featuring a different intensity of darkness. It also works well with third-party apps. Turn it on to enjoy the most comfortable view all day long. Path, settings, display and brightness, dark mode settings.
The shelf is a core Oxygen OS feature, and in Oxygen OS 12, it is getting a redesign with a card layout and a new health card that lets you view additional metrics like calories and distance covered. If you're using the OnePlus Watch, you will be able to see your activity data directly within Shelf. Oh, and the Scout feature that launched in India is now making its way globally, with the search feature integrated into the Shelf.
On the subject of security, Color OS Private Safe mode is coming to Oxygen OS, and you can hide sensitive documents and photos behind a password. Zen mode is also getting a refresh with new styles, and it is one of few features that have stayed intact following the Color OS integration. Work-life balance is another feature that was exclusive to users in India, and with Oxygen OS 12, it is making its way globally. The feature makes it easier to cut out distractions by creating work and personal profiles, and you get the ability to tailor notification access and whitelist services that can run in each mode. With Work-Life Balance 2.0, there's now the option to launch a particular mode when you connect to a Wi-Fi network or based on a location. Smart Gallery pinch in or out with 2 fingers to adjust the zoom in gallery. For photos displayed in large, their best part will be shown to fit in the display layout and offer a magazine-like browsing experience.
The RAM expansion on the OnePlus is the same as the RAM Plus on Samsung phones. It takes some memory from internal storage and uses it as virtual RAM. Since smartphones these days consume a lot of RAM due to large apps in the power-hungry Android ecosystem, this feature is quite useful unless you have 12 GB of RAM in your phone. Since the RAM extension feature is new, you won't find it on all OnePlus phones. But it will soon be available on most devices with a major update like Oxygenos 12 or even Oxygenos 11. As of now, the OnePlus RAM expansion is available on the OnePlus 9 series, OnePlus 8 series, OnePlus 9R, OnePlus 9RT, OnePlus 9R, and more phones to get it soon. How to RAM expansion free up space on your phone by at least 10 GB. Open the settings on your OnePlus phone. Now go to About Device and tap on the RAM section. There you will find the RAM expansion toggle. Tap on the toggle to enable it. Once you enable RAM expansion, you can set the amount of extra RAM you want to assign. Now restart your phone and then you can enjoy the benefits of RAM expansion on your OnePlus phone.